What's up, SellerAmp Nation? In this video, I'm going to walk through step by step the types of winning products you want to be sourcing to maximize your sales and profits this Q4. And make sure to stick around to the end. There's a bunch of Cyber Monday and Black Friday sourcing gems I'm going to share as well. So this first item, we can see this item doesn't have a buy box, which is not a big deal. A lot of beginners for some reason think that is a big deal. You're going to look at the SellerAmp and Keepa charts the exact same way you normally would during any type of product research, even if an item doesn't have a buy box. We can see right off the bat, this is a winter type of product. It makes sense that pants would perform really well during Q4. And the nice thing is, as we're doing product research, we can see all the data from past years. So if we scroll down and take a look at the Keepa chart on this item and go to the year-long chart, we can see that this item performed incredibly well last Q4, and then we can see the buy box was around like 55 bucks in mid-November last year, and then as we got into December, the buy box was consistently right around $70, 65, 70, 72, 76 the entire time. So a major type of item you guys want to be sourcing for the next couple months and just like the next 60 days in general is items that performed well last year during Q4. Now, do I think it makes sense to buy this stuff and speculate it that it goes up in price? Absolutely not. However, what I do think you should do is this is the exact type of product you should be looking to source profitably now, as well as probably during Black Friday, Cyber Monday, because a ton of websites run better deals than they do all year. So a lot of stuff that currently isn't profitable to source becomes profitable during Black Friday, Cyber Monday. So what you want to do in this case is you want to have spreadsheets set up within SellerAmp, so you can just take advantage of the one-click export feature right here and say this is obviously an example of the type of item we want to look for December. So we just hit Q4 leads example, and then this immediately exports right here to that spreadsheet, and we can see 1106 right there. And this is the exact type of item you want to be looking for, and you know, it's winter themed. It went up in price last year, and you want to get these other SellerAmp spreadsheets set up as well. You can just do it via selleramp.com for other types of items. Almost good, out of stock is another one, back to school is another one. So, you know, the main type of item you want to be looking for is products that performed really well last year and that also have seasonal backing. They're giftable, right? The nice thing is that it's not really the type of item, it's just the type of data you're looking for, and that's usually backed up by the type of item. So stuff that performed really well last year is incredibly important to be taking a look at, especially Black Friday, Cyber Monday, because a lot of products that aren't profitable become profitable, and that's the case. Another big advantage in December is actually being able to leverage FBM, but how do you actually know if you can FBM a product? The main litmus test for that is going to be whether or not other people are FBMing that item. So I like having my offer summary here on SellerAmp showing, and we can see there's 13 offers on this product, and we can see that 7 of them are FBM. And the nice thing too is we can scroll down here to the buy box analysis, which is a new SellerAmp feature you want to get added, and we can see actually that there's a lot of people that are FBM if we look at that type that are getting the buy box right here. So 16% over the 30-day going to that FBM seller. We can see right here another 2% going to that FBM seller right here, another 4% going to that FBM seller. And the nice thing is, as long as it's like 20% plus of the buy box share is going FBM, there's a good chance you'll be able to get the buy box FBM. And if we look at the Keepa on this, we can see that the price is also going up. So clearly there's a supply and demand imbalance, because we can see as the competition has been really nicely trending down here actually for several months, it looks like. The price has consistently gone up from like the 66 range, and now there's even buy box share touching 85, 89, and even as of the past, like in the micro, the past week, it's gone from 16 offers down to about 13 offers, and the buy box price was in the 72, 73 range, and now it's all the way up in the 85 range right here. So not only is this FBM dominated, so we can validate that we're going to be able to FBM it, right? We can see that the price is performing well as well, and the sales rank's fantastic. It makes sense. This is a giftable type of item. And the nice thing is that the closer we get to December, guys, the more and more items become FBM friendly, in that I'm filming this early November. Some stuff is currently FBM friendly, especially if you're in 0-day handling time and using a repricer. And the closer we get to December, more and more stuff starts to go up in price similar to this item, and there's supply and demand imbalance, which makes them FBM friendly, as there isn't time to FBA stuff after like November 25th, December 1st, the very latest. I think FBAing stuff even then is risky because you could just sell the same items that day FBM. However, you can nicely see that other people are doing this stuff, so if other people are running the play, you're probably going to be able to too, and your best data is going to be your own anecdotal data based off testing stuff. Okay, the next type of item you guys want to be looking for right here is stuff that's very, very stable which shows that we're probably going to be able to source it during Black Friday, Cyber Monday, if we're ever going to be able to source it, right? Because clearly, if we look at the Keepa chart on this item, we can see the price was very stable and it's trending up. The buy box for like the past month has been right in like the 32 range, right here, 29.99, 32. Right here, and we can see if we look at the year long, this was incredibly stable for a while, which means it was very hard to find. Luckily, there's tons of products that fit the criteria I've discussed on these items so far, and if it's ever going to be profitable, it's probably going to be profitable during Black Friday, Cyber Monday. So if you see an item that's clearly performed well and had really, really low competition for a while, this is the type of stuff you want to be taking a look at during Black Friday, Cyber Monday, especially storefront stalking the people that are on these listings, especially like the first item we looked at that had really gone up in price. Stuff that's really stable in price is a great thing to take a look at for Black Friday, Cyber Monday, when for a finite amount of time you can get the best discounts of the year and take advantage of stuff that you wouldn't otherwise be able to take advantage of. Okay, the last type of item you want to be looking for is stuff that really only comes from one or two different websites. And the way you kind of reverse engineer this is it's basically just smaller brands in general, right? In that a brand like Glossier, for example, if we just Google Glossier products, we can see that it looks like Glossier is carried on Sephora a little bit, but other than that, like they're completely dominating the search history. If you search Adidas, for example, we're gonna see that Adidas is carried on tons of different websites, right? I don't know why it's showing like that, but like you guys know what I mean, right? We can see Adidas, it's gonna be on like Kohl's, Foot Locker, tons of different websites, right? Like we just search like Adidas men's sneakers right here. And then we go to shopping, right? So we can see this stuff's carried on, yeah, Finish Line, Adidas, Kohl's, JCPenney, Finish Line, right? Meanwhile, if we search that Glossier brand, we can see that's pretty much only carried on the Glossier website. Therefore, Glossier is probably going to have a big Black Friday, Cyber Monday sale, and we know exactly where this inventory is coming from. So it becomes very feasible to make a lot of profit on these small types of brands and to find a lot of these small types of brands just storefront stalking off each other because we know what the best products are because we can see that on SellerAmp and Keepa. We know where to get the product because we can see it's clearly pretty much only coming from the brand website. And then Black Friday, Cyber Monday, more often than not, is going to be the best discounts of the entire year. So a lot of these small beauty brands fit this bill. Like this one called Merle Norman's pretty similar. I just Googled it. We can see it's pretty much only coming from the brand direct website right here. Occasionally they'll be on like Sephora and such. Right here. But you guys get the idea, right? The nice thing is that we know where this inventory is coming from. We know what the best inventory is, and we know when the best discounts are going to happen. So there's a lot of money to be made just storefront stalking the people that are cleaning up these types of sales. And even occasionally, like some bigger brands like this, like Jockey, we can see. Jockey's pretty much only carried on a few websites. We can see like JCPenney, Kohl's, Jockey.com. So we have a pretty good way to figure out where this inventory is coming from, and more often than not, the best discounts of the year are going to be during Black Friday, Cyber Monday, and you can do a ton of damage on these brand direct types of sales because we know where the inventory is coming from, and we have all types of data to back it up, and bonus points if it's giftable types of items like clothing and beauty products tend to be. Right? So in terms of doing product research, it does not make sense to buy stuff and speculate that it goes up. However, it does make sense to pause spending a little bit in mid-November to get ready for early Black Friday sales and Black Friday sales and have spreadsheets of leads that fit your ideal criteria to execute on as well. Another really cool thing you can do is you can go to the buy box analysis feature on SellerAmp and take a look at who sold for most expensive last year. And you can see, if we go to last one right here and look at who was buy boxing a year ago, you can see those people that were getting really expensive buy box share. It's like a lot of people in like the 70 range right there. And then you can storefront stock those people. Yeah, 46 weeks ago, it's a perfect example. 38 weeks ago, perfect example of someone who cleaned up on this last Q4. And you could find people, yeah, another 47 weeks ago. And you can find people that did really, really well on these items last year. Those people are smart. They're probably going to be executing nicely on items this year as well. So that's really important stuff in terms of Q4 sourcing. If you guys got any questions, let me know down below, and we'll see you in the next one. SellerAmp Nation.